open book, Betty Britton.
I was born in 1930 to a very loving family in Birmingham, Alabama, who had I was the seventh child. Oh my God, to have 7 children in the Depression, it's a disaster. But to tell you who I am, I use a metaphor, a book. I love books. Some of my best friends are books. I devour them as if they're meals. I underline the important phrases. I write in the margins. The book of me has my name as the title, Dr. Betty Joyce Britton. For you, my friends, there's a special edition entitled BJ. The cover of my book may appear fragile, but the inside pages are sturdy and strong. Thanks to Andrew Carnegie, the world opened to me through the books that I discovered in the Central Park Library in Birmingham, Alabama, with a free library card. Couldn't believe she'd give me a free card and I could walk out that door with books. It's unbelievable. I discovered fairy tales. The problem was I spent a lifetime looking for magic. There's an important chapter on World War II when my love of books became forever linked to my love of one person. At the age of 12, my brother-in-law was killed in Eglin Field. I was staying with him and my sister when 2 military officers shared the news. I was very, very angry. I looked at the full moon shining on the water, and I wished I could join Bill on that stairway to heaven. When we lose someone we love, the person comes back to us in a different form. Bill came back to me in the form of a book. It was written by Will Durant, entitled The Story of Philosophy, published 1933. At the age of 12, I dedicated my life to understanding Plato's words and the famous admonition from Socrates, know yourself. A lifetime later, I now understand real philosophy only comes when the mind turns around and examines itself. The pages of my book is filled with insights from Plato, Spinoza, Voltaire, Kant, existential philosophers. My study of philosophy is woven into the chapters of my life through the events of time, from those constantly reoccurring wars, emergence of feminism, changes in education and parenting. The pages of my book are filled with stories: raising 5 children, being the primary breadwinner when it was an unpopular time for women to be in a position of power. The world in which I lived expected women to be footnotes to the lives of men around them. As a result, the story of my life has sadness, pain, and struggles hidden between the lines. As a steel magnolia, I buried my emotions. Sometimes the tears peek through the pages. Professionally in education, I began as a teacher, librarian, counselor, assistant principal. I rose to the position of principal and finally a system-wide curriculum coordinator. My story includes being at the forefront of the women's rights movement. And I can tell you, It wasn't easy. There's a chapter on the importance of education. I believe there's got to be answers to life and to the problems of the world. So I kept taking college courses. One day I look up, I find I've got a bachelor's degree in sociology, master's degree in psychology, specialist in education, doctorate in education. Finally, the college gave me a final piece of paper and said, "You're done. Go." Through my books and philosophy, my identity has changed. My egocentric self, I understand now, is an illusion. I believe as we evolve, we eventually merge into the essence of the energy that we call God. And in essence, it's love. That's all there is. The book of BJ is dedicated to knowing yourself. That is power. I hope it's a profitable read. The book is dedicated to that power that is the knowledge, the control, and the mastery of the self. It has taken almost 87 years to write, and the story continues. Thank you.